it's me, your probably not favorite movie reviewer. But we are here, me and this dude. And guess what we're doing today? If you guessed by the title of the video, we are doing the Oscars Marathon. Day 1, Day 2 is next Saturday. Today we got 5 movies. Next week we got 4 movies and a bunch of animated shorts that I don't really care about, but this guy wants to watch them. He's stretching. It's early, exactly 9:45. The first movie starts in 15 minutes, but we're filming the intro because we're going to vlog this. So here's how this is going to work, okay? We're going to get here, do the intro. Obviously, we're doing that right now. And then we're going to talk about our anticipations for the first movie we're going to see. And then after the movie, we're going to give our thoughts on it. And then we'll talk about the next movie. And then the same thing over and over again. We're going to give our thoughts on it and all that jazz. So, without further ado, first movie, do you know what it is?
I know that it should be dubbed, but it's not.
I told him that there's subtitles in it. He don't like subtitles. I don't like dubs, so I don't really mind if there's subtitles in it. First movie is I'm Still Here. Have you ever heard of it?
No, but I'm still here.
Wow. Wow, that was something. What are your anticipations for this movie? Because I know
I have none. I never heard about it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for it?
I'd say about a 3.
A 3? I don't know much about the movie. I read a Google synopsis. That's it. So that's all I know about the movie. Also, I know it's subtitled, and I've seen like 1 or 2 reviews said it's good. So it's got 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. So yeah, I hope it's good. On a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm excited for it. About a 6, probably a 6. Let's see what it is. Also, at the end of each movie, we're also going to say what our percentage is for the movie to win the Oscar award for Best Picture. So we're going to go in, we're going to watch I'm Still Here, come out, give our thoughts, and then talk about the next movie we're going to go see. No visuals. What movie?
2 hours later.
You know, after sitting in a dark theater for that movie, my eyes start to hurt when I go outside to film this. First movie, I'm Still Here. Jacob, what did you think of I'm Still Here?
It was...
Actually, hold on. I want to show... Oh, that's the wrong side. The lanyards. We got lanyards, too. It's really cool. Show your lanyard.
Okay for, like, the first and second one, but then it lost me.
First and second what?
Like
Act?
Yeah. And then it lost me when we went 25 years later, and too much reading.
You don't read, do you?
No.
No. God, that was brutal. And it was brutal in a good way, too. It was so depressing. It was such a depressing movie. Because it's all about war violence, and it's something I didn't expect the movie to be about. But it was actually really sad and really effective. The first, I'd say 30 minutes didn't really hook me, but when we got to the actual plot of what the actual movie was about, then it started to fully hook me. And it started to just be so brutal and emotional. And my God, it goes places. And it's based off a true story. And to know that this is what Brazil was like back then, it is just so depressing and so brutal and so effective at what it does. And on that line, Fernanda Torres, fantastic. And I looked at middle of the movie, I looked at my phone to see if she was nominated for a Best Actress. She was, and right now, I think I'm at the point I think she should win it. Because her performance was incredible. It was either between her or person in The Substance. I can't remember her name exactly right now. But I think Fernanda Torres was absolutely incredible in this movie, and I would say she should win the Best Actress. As of right now, I think she is fantastic in the movie. So, I mean, like Jacob said, when it does go 25 years later, it does lose me just a little bit. The movie should have ended 20 minutes earlier than it did. Kind of lost me in that. But, I mean, the movie's just able to be so effective and so emotional and so brutal with the story and nature of the story. So, any final thoughts of I'm Still Here?
No.
What would you give I'm Still Here out of a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah. 5.
A 5, wow. I go 8. I'm Still Here an 8. Hold on, come back. We're not done. And on a scale of 1 through 100, how much percent do you think it has to win Best Picture?
I can't really answer that until we see all the other ones. But I'm going to give it probably a 72.
A 72% to win Best
72.
Picture. Wow, that is that's something. I'd probably give it like a 20% to win it. Before seeing the movie, I had it like a 9%. Now I have it at 20. I don't think they're going to give a Brazilian movie the Oscars. I really don't think that it's going to win. Well, that doesn't matter because they have gave foreign films Oscar nominations and awards before. But I don't fully think that's going to. I'm going to give it a 20%. All right, one final thing we got to do here for the next movie. What are your anticipations for A Complete Unknown?
I don't know what it is either. So
It's James Mangold, Timothy Chalamet, Bob Dylan biopic.
5.
5. He's giving it a 5 too. I'm giving my anticipations for Complete Unknown a 7.5. I'm really excited for this movie. I love James Mangold. I love Timothy Chalamet, and I thought the trailers looked good. So we'll be back as that movie ends and give our thoughts on that one.
2 hours later.
And yet again, it is so bright out here. All right, we just saw A Complete Unknown, Bob Dylan biopic directed by James Mangold starring Timothy Chalamet. What's to hate about it? I was looking forward to this one. One of the movies that I really wanted to see today. Jacob. Actually, this was the only movie that I haven't seen that I wanted to see today because I wasn't all that interested in I'm Still Here. Glad I really liked it. And the Nickel Boys is next. We'll talk about Nickel Boys in a minute. What did you think of A Complete Unknown?
I thought it was the complete opposite because I think where the other movie got me in the beginning, in the middle, and where it sucked at the end, I think it was sucked at the beginning and then it was good in the middle and the end.
Any other thoughts?
And good acting.
Good acting. Yep, that's one. Timothy Chalamet got nominated for Best Actor, and I'm not so sure I'm going to pick him to win it, at least that in my personal preference. But I thought this movie was really good. I might like it even more than I'm Still Here. I really, 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 really dug A Complete Unknown. I thought the musical sequences were fantastic. James Mangold, obviously, he did Logan, 3:10 to Yuma, which is another movie I love. So he's a really talented director, and he directs this one really good. So many sequences were great, and I'm not even going to lie, some of the concert sequences, I got chills. I'm not even going to lie. Did you feel that with the concert sequences?
No.
No? I low-key got chills. I thought the concert sequences were done really, really well, and it's a story that I really like. Now, I like musical biopics, but films like this could very easily lose me by being too long and not interesting me, or not doing anything that interests me enough. This one was able to keep my attention the whole time, and it's also partly because of a fantastic performance by Timothy Chalamet. I think he's incredible in here. I don't know if I'm going to pick him to win Best Actor, but I mean, he's great in here, and he definitely deserves that nomination. He's also in Dune Part 2, which we're watching later tonight. So I just think Timothy Chalamet is a fantastic actor and just such great direction and such a compelling story. What, Jacob, will you give this one on a scale of 1 to 10?
What I give the other one? A 5?
A 5.
This one gets a 6.
A 6.
Even though I like the other one better.
What?
So if I was to regrade it, the other one gets a 7 because it sits well with me, and this one gets
So
a
the
6.
other one gets a 7 and this one gets a 6. That's fair. I gave I'm Still Here an 8. I think I'm going to give this one an 8.5. Just a little bit 0.5 better than I'm Still Here. Obviously, these are all nominated for Best Picture, so they're all probably going to be great. But, I mean, 2 for 2 so far. Really like this one. Also, what is our predictions for it to win the Oscar on a scale of 1 through 100 percentage-wise? What did I give I'm Still Here? 20?
I gave I'm Still Here way too high. So I'm going to give this one probably a 48.
48. He says a 48% chance to win the Oscar. I'm going to say this has a 62% chance to win an Oscar. I could totally see this one walking away with an Oscar award. So I say this one has a 62% chance. I think this one has more of a chance to win the Oscar over I'm Still Here. Now we got to talk about Nickel Boys. You haven't heard of it, have you?
No. Guess what? It's based on another true story.
Dang right.
The trend is true stories make good movies.
I haven't seen any promos for anything. I don't know much about the story, but just looking at the poster and what I'm expecting out of this movie, it just doesn't seem like it's for me. Just not for me. That doesn't mean it's not going to be good. It just means it's not going to be for me. So I really hope I like this one, but this might end up being my least favorite one of the day. So we'll be back with an out-of-theater thoughts on Nickel Boys next.
2 hours later.
Movie 3 of 5 done. Jacob, are you feeling any sense of regret or tiredness or absolute exhaustion at this point?
No, the next movie is the one I wanted to go see, but that movie was Buns, like a 2 out of 10.
Nickel Boys was?
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel a little bit tired. I mean, I went to bed at like 1:30 last night and had to wake up at 8 o'clock, so I'm getting a little bit tired after watching 3 2.5-hour movies today. We got 2 more. Nickel Boys. Okay, why did you not like it?
I just thought it was really slow and really quite boring, and I didn't like the camera work, to be honest. I didn't like the first person.
I thought from the very beginning of the movie, I wasn't really into it, but when we get the first person view, that's when that's the best thing about the movie from the very beginning. I feel like this movie was a unique look on racial injustice in the 1940s. Just like, it can be brutal to watch sometimes. The fact that this stuff really happened, that people were treated differently and abused just because of their skin color. Like, that's crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy to me. But the movie does have pacing issues, and it really dragged. There are sequences that keep me fully invested, but it is just a lot of characters walking around and talking to each other, and it can really drag. And 2.5 hours long is a long, long time to sit in a theater and watch this movie, because it can really drag at points. Now, the overall story, the overall brutal nature was absolutely disturbing. Like, the movie genuinely was disturbing, but the movie could rather be boring. But there were sequences and sets of sequences that I feel really, really, really worked in here, which is what fully led me off of not disliking the movie, but it's never a movie I'd really ever revisit. So, Jacob, 1 to 10, 1 through 10, what are you giving it?
2.
2? Whoa, a 2 is crazy. I'm giving it a 6. I'll give it a 6. It's the worst one that we've seen today by far, but it's for a specific group of people. If you love movies like this, you're gonna like this movie. Unfortunately for me, it's not really my type of movie, but I do think it works in a lot of aspects in here. I don't think it's a bad movie, and that's why it's nominated for Best Picture. On a scale of 1 to 100, how likely do you think it
12.
is to win the... Whoa. 12. I'd say it's got a good chance, but not too good of a chance. You know, like, it's weird. I'd say 55% chance to win the Oscar. Even though I didn't it's the worst one I've seen, I think this one has the most chance out of the 3 we've seen so far to win that Oscar award. Okay, The Substance. You excited?
That's the one I came here to watch.
I'm not excited. I've seen the movie, and unlike a lot of people, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm switching hands now. I'm not the biggest fan of The Substance. I think it's good. I really do, but the main thought I had after watching it was it's a really good movie, but it's never a movie I'd watch for fun or I found entertaining. It's just a movie that is good, but I would never watch again. Well, guess what? I'm watching it again. So, Out of the Theater review coming after The Substance.
2 hours later.
Movie 4 of 5. Oh my gosh. Are you tired yet?
A little bit.
A little bit? On a scale of 1 to 10, how tired are you?
Give it about a 4.
A 4. Okay. About a 7. But I gotta get that energy up because next up's Dune Part 2. And I love Dune Part 2. Substance, you wanted to see it. What'd you think of it?
I don't know how it got a Oscar nominee. Because
it got more than one nominee, buddy.
It
got nominee for Best Picture, Best Actress, and Best Director. I'm not sure if Margaret Qualley got Best.
It was good, but it
supporting.
doesn't feel like a movie that's Oscar worthy. You know what I'm saying?
I, for one, think it's awesome it's Oscar worthy because horror is finally getting some recognition. Any other thoughts on the movie, the movie in general?
It was everything it advertised to be.
Yeah. I walked in on the shrimp eating scene. I went to go get us some food. I was waiting in line. I walked back to the theater and get in because I've seen the movie before. I didn't really need to rewatch it, but I did. And I walked back in on the shrimp eating scene. That's everything you need to know. This movie's disgusting, and I almost threw up. Genuinely felt like I was going to throw up. That's what happens when you have junk food all day. I liked it more, I think, than I did the first time I watched it, though. Just because, me as someone who's, losing a lot of weight and stuff, on purpose, obviously, because, the movie hit closer than it did last time. but still, like, it's very gross. I don't think I'd ever rewatch it, even though I said that last time I watched it, and there it was rewatching. But also knowing the direction that it's going in, I also think that helps a little bit, and that helped me like the movie more. So I think I enjoyed it more than I did last time, because last time I didn't enjoy it at all. I think I enjoyed it this time. So that's saying something. Again, Margaret Qualley and Demi Moore are fantastic in the movie, and I'm not sure if Margaret Qualley is Best Supporting Actress, but Demi Moore is Best Actress, and I hope she wins it. I really do. Her or the one that I said at the very beginning. It's been a long day. I can't remember names right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give The Substance?
So the first movie we watched, I'm bumping up to 8, and I'm giving this one a 7.
So this is your second favorite?
Yes.
We'll rank them all at the end of this video, after doing part 2 when we're in the car. I'd give The Substance a 7. Like, originally I'd give it like a 6, but I think it still does everything that it did right when I watched it the first time. Also, found it more enjoyable, so I'd give it a solid 7. What are your odds for it winning the Oscars?
Dude, honestly...
Or the Best Picture? It's gonna win some Oscars, I guarantee you.
I'm gonna give it 34, because I don't think it's gonna do it, but I think it's gonna get more recognition than whatever the heck we watched last time.
Nickel Boys?
Yeah, that.
You didn't like that, did you? I'd say 25%. I don't think it's going to win, but I could see it winning. I just don't think it's going to win because it's a horror category. Dune Part 2. We've both seen this movie. I love this movie. What is your excitement level for it?
Well, since last time it was a first date, I didn't really pay attention to the movie, so probably like a 6. I still haven't seen the first one. This movie's phenomenal, and I can't wait to watch it again. Here we go. Out of the theater reaction for that one, coming at this, and then the end of the video.
2 hours later.
And just like that, one of the longest days of my life, but I'd say one of the most fun and best days of my life, comes to an end with Dune Part 2. We've both seen it before on, like, opening weekend when it came out. What do you think of it on rewatch? By the way, I've seen it like 4 times.
I thought it was better the second time, and I thought the one-on-one combat scenes, well, all the combat scenes are pretty fire. But the story, I just can't get hooked into it.
Yeah, maybe it's because you haven't seen Part 1.
That's probably a good reason.
Yeah, probably a good reason. That is the reason. How can you not love this movie? How can you not? Everything from the screenplay, to the score, to the cinematography, to the set pieces, to the action, to the cast. It's top notch. It is awesome. Like, oh my God. It is incredible. And seeing it on the big screen for the second time in my lifetime, and on a bigger screen this time, was incredible. I'm still blown away by this movie. Every time I rewatch it, I realize how freaking awesome this movie is. It's going to be the one that I'm going to put one at my ranking. Like, I already knew that was going to be 1 in my ranking. But I'm not going to rank the movies we've seen today. He is, but I'm not, because I'm going to have a ranking next Sunday, I think, before the Oscars. I'm also going to live stream during the Oscars to do the live reaction. Scale 1 to 10, what are you giving it?
I'm going to give it 6.5.
Oh my God, there's no way you just gave Dune Part 2 a 6.5. Did you really just give Dune Part 2 a 6.5?
6.5.
Holy crap. Unbelievable. 10 out of 10. Easy for me. It's the best one we saw today, and the whole thing went out with a bang. We got one more day next Saturday. Stay tuned for that. Oh yeah. On a scale of 1 to 100, what are the odds it wins the Oscar?
I'm probably giving it 84.
84. I'm going 75. I don't think this is going to be the one that wins the Oscar, but I do think it has a pretty high chance of it. Giving it a 75. Okay, you're going to rank the 5 movies we've seen today. Actually, should I rank them too? I know I got a ranking coming next week, but should I go ahead and rank them?
Sure, go ahead.
Sure, you go first.
Number 5, is Nickel Boys. That movie was kind of blunt. Don't cancel me, because it was like a good purpose movie. They just made it horribly. Number 4.
No, he's saying they made it horribly because it's a lot of talking scenes. Am I right?
No, it was so dang slow, bro. It almost put me to sleep in like 4 different scenes.
Good point. Good point. What's number 4?
Number 4, I'm going to have to probably go The Substance.
Whoa, that's a shocker.
The more I think about it is the more that I think it's stupid. So number 3, Dune Part 2.
No way, he put Dune Part 2 at 3.
Number 2.
Hold on, why?
Oh, why?
Oh, wait, we just talked about it.
Number 2, I'm gonna have to go. I'm Still Here, and then number 1.
See, and that's a big step up for him because he doesn't watch movies with subtitles in it. He doesn't read, and he was like complaining to me the entire time the movie was going on that there were subtitles in the movie. What's your number 1?
Number 1, The Complete Unknown, because the more I think about it, the more the acting was great and just good movie.
Yeah, there's his ranking.
And Timothée Chalamet is better in that one than Dune Part 2. That's my take.
Also disagree. I think he's great in both movies, but he's better in Dune Part 2. He's full of hot takes, folks. He is full of hot takes. Number 5, Nickel Boys. I thought it was good. I thought that a lot of things the movie did was good, but it doesn't mean that it's an entertaining movie. It's a good movie, but it doesn't serve the purpose of being an entertaining movie. Number 4, I have to go The Substance, I think, because I did like it much more than I did after that first viewing, because I knew exactly what to expect, but it's still like a really weird movie and really disgusting. Like, it's genuinely disgusting. What do you think of her pulling the chicken leg out of her belly button?
Bro, that wasn't even the most disgusting part.
Dude, he was covering his eyes when her fingernails and teeth started falling out.
I thought that was weird.
Number 3, what was number 3? What else did we see today? I'll probably go I'm Still Here, because I found that it to be really compelling, really devastating, and emotional as well. But the last, say, 30 minutes kind of drew me off of it a little bit. Number 2, I'd go A Complete Unknown. I thought it was really good, great direction by James Mangold and fantastic acting. And number 1, you already know it, Dune Part 2. Any other thoughts before we close out this video?
No.
No? Stay tuned for next Saturday. It's part 2. And then on this Sunday, I'm going to rank all the Best Picture nominees. And then I'm going live for the Oscars. I'm going to do my live reactions. I'm going to go live like an hour before to give my predictions for each one. So stay tuned for all that. And with that said, thank you guys for thank you guys for clicking on this video and sticking with us. Even though it hasn't been that long for you. It's been maybe like 15 to 20 minutes. It's been 13 hours for us that we are here. We're going home. Goodbye.